For years now, there have been voices online pushing for body positivity, messages that declare all bodies are beautiful. And some of the strongest voices in the conversation are from Dr. Lexie and Lindsay Kite, who promote a slightly different message. And this is what they teach.
That we are more than bodies, that we need to see more than this subtle message that is still just objectification wrapped in a pretty package.
Today we're asking the question, do we see more yet? Does society and the women listening today know deep down that we are more than bodies? Dr. Lexie Kite joins us again to catch us up. And you know, we want to know what's happened with the conversation since you were last here. Do you feel like, well, what's happened within the conversation, do you think?
Oh, I mean, a lot has changed since 2018, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
A lot of progress has been made. I would say that in the last few years, we've started talking about body image. You know, when Lindsay and I started this work almost 20 years ago, nobody was talking about body image very openly. You didn't hear, you know, celebrities on Instagram being open about their struggles, or have communities online who are able to speak up about the pressures they feel, the disordered eating they have constantly experienced in their lives, all of that. So in that way, and in the way that, you know, since our book was published in 2021, we feel like that has helped people shift the conversation about bodies. It has been so humbling and exciting to see people accept this message and take it on in a new way, that you are more than a body, that your body is an instrument, not an ornament. And so people are more careful about what they're viewing in their own social media, realizing that social media can be self-help or self-harm, realizing that for their own kids, maybe your kid doesn't need to be on Instagram right now. I think we're more careful about how we talk about bodies when we're complimenting somebody. We're more careful. We might not immediately go to the, you look so good, have you lost weight? How did you do it? When we don't know how or why they might have lost that weight. In many ways, society has improved. Okay,
and you talked about this book right here, More Than a Body. And since you started the work, you said there has been some improvement, you think. And so do you think that we definitely do talk about our bodies differently? We talk about our own bodies differently and talk about other people's bodies differently?
I definitely think there's been improvement. I mean, Lindsay and I are immersed in this conversation of body image. We're traveling the country doing speaking events about this stuff. We're doing interviews. And I do think improvement has been made. We do have a long way to go. Since our book was published, we have seen pharmaceutical weight loss drugs and all sort of beauty products and procedures pushed on us like never before. And I think it's easy for people to sit back and think, I have work to do. This is on me. It's my fault if I am not eating perfectly, if I am not taking care of my skin to perfection with the most expensive products and procedures, if I am not constantly working on this, then I don't deserve to be loved, healthy, successful. All the things that we're told from a million different messages, both culturally and through media. And I think it's really important for people to know, and what we want people to know, is that if you base your self-esteem, your body image, on how you think you look to other people, you will never be happy. You will never be at home in your body, the only one you're ever going to have. We are constantly aging. We're changing, we're growing, we're shrinking. You know, no matter what products we're putting on our face and body, we are not in control at all times of how we are perceived or of how we look. Our health changes. These are things that no matter what, we should deserve to be happy in our skin, no matter what. Even if you don't think you look good that day, you deserve to show up anyway. And the world needs for you to be there and to show up as you are. We desperately want people to know this.
Okay, and I think it might be a silly question or maybe obvious, but I want you to state it out loud. So you're saying your confidence cannot be in your body. What should your confidence be in?
You should definitely have body confidence. We want for you to feel beautiful. We want you to know you are more than beautiful. You are more than a body. If your confidence is based in how you think you look or how you think other people think you look or perceive you, you are living a life for other people's viewing pleasure. You are prioritizing how you are viewed over who you are and the life you are living. That is no way to live. And our research shows us, our doctoral research that we write in this book shows us that if you are prioritizing how you look over how you live, your life is worse. You are less happy. Your relationships are less meaningful and connected. You feel worse about yourself because your confidence shifts with the wind. We want you to be on a steady foundation where even if you don't feel like you look good that day, even if you've gained weight, even if you just had a baby and you're not feeling great, or the aging is really taking a toll on your skin, you know you are valuable as more, that you are a whole, thinking, feeling person with work to do in this world, with good to do.
All right, you mentioned pharmaceuticals. Do you feel like that's the biggest challenge, new challenge that we have in society right now? In regards to this?
Yeah, I would say it's both a challenge and a gift in many ways for people who are facing metabolic disease that have never had, you know, a way to be more healthy. It's an amazing thing. But for people that are using these pharmaceutical weight loss drugs as a quick fix, as a way to lose that 10 pounds you need for your vacation or family picture, it's important to know that like any other weight loss quick fix, it has to be a lifelong thing. So if you lose the weight quickly, you realize that if you don't maintain whatever it is you're doing, you'll gain it back. And so we want people to know that, yeah, you're gonna lose weight. You're gonna gain weight too. You're gonna change. You're gonna face injuries, illness. These things happen to human bodies. That is what we are. And that is okay. When you can base your confidence in the fact that your body is instrumental, your body is an instrument for your use first and foremost, before you are an ornament to be admired by anyone else, then you can sit more confidently in your skin with the promise that no matter what, you can overcome the harsh things people say to you, the harsh lighting you see in the mirror, the painful things that happen because we live in female bodies in an environment that values us for our bodies above all else.
Okay, well, I was gonna ask you about resilience. You just told us how to do that. Thank you. Let's talk about this workbook that you've come out with, because the book has been around since 2021, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Now you have a workbook to go with it. What is that about?
So our workbook is our answer to the question we get from so many people. Our first book, More Than a Body, has been so well received, and people say, I believe everything you're saying. Your book has changed my life, but how do I do this on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah.
I need more.
Practical.
And so we created this practical daily step workbook for individuals, for groups, for therapists, for moms, for teachers, for anyone who's working on their body image resilience day to day.
And how are you helping? I understand you have a child.
I have 2 kids.
You have 2 kids, okay. And girls, boys, either one.
I have 2 girls.
How are you helping them with this in their day-to-day life?
All about it in their book. I have 2 girls, and they are the guinea pigs for the work we were doing long before they came along. I help my girls to prioritize practicality over pretty. I help them to understand that they need to prioritize their own comfort in their bodies, regardless of how anybody else might look at them or judge them. So far, it's working. I am so grateful for that. I want the world to know that we need women. We need women and girls to show up as they are, to speak, to lead, to stand up, to show up regardless of how they think they look. We need them.
No doubt you're inspired, because I am inspired. So where do we find this and this, both of them?
Both books are available everywhere books are sold online, More Than a Body and the official workbook for More Than a Body.
Here's what you need to know. Here's how you do it.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Lexie.
you.
That's a great catch up.